What's up, everyone? Welcome to my periscope. Here tracking some guitars on some new music. So I decided to bring you guys in and be a fly on the wall. Let me know if you guys dig this sort of thing, and I'll start doing it a little more often as I'm able to. Let's see if we can get it. I'm trying to get this thing situated. So the camera's right there. Okay, let's see if that works. I think that kind of works, I guess. Fuck it. My seat higher. Alright, I gotta fucking tune this thing. Might be boring, might be cool. If you guys have any questions, you can ask. I can see this thing. So I'm in drop A. I've got like I think it's a 78 on this low string. And the picks I'm using are fairly light, medium gauge. It's a 0.73 millimeter, just these yellow ones. I got my custom picks, which work really good for fucking guitar solos and stuff. But I find that it doesn't have any give. So if I pluck too hard, it makes the strings go flat. And then up here on the nut, I have just a little bit of foam. And basically, after I hit like a big open note and mute, so if I'm doing like a breakdown or some chugging, these strings will start, ding. You'll just hear like the little chimey sound. Sounds like this. After you hit some of your chugs. And then same thing with the bottom. So I've got this dampener, and I've got a few of these string dampeners around, and I use them quite often when I track guitars. For example, I'm putting this on. I just recorded like the main riff for the song, and please don't like steal this stuff, because I'm just like recording stuff that's like unreleased, and that might be illegal or something. Who knows? But I'm throwing this string dampener on to cut out all the noise that happens up here or down here while I'm doing these chords. So I'm eliminating noise here, eliminating noise here, and eliminating noise here. So just when I'm intending to play, is being heard. So I'm just gonna go and start tracking this chorus. It's just 2 chords, and so it'll be pretty cool. Let's see if we got anything. Nope. So tune the guitar, play the chords to make sure it sounds in tune. And I can already tell I'm gonna have a little difficulty, because the guitar is an imperfect instrument. It's like one of the hardest instruments actually to keep in tune, because everything from your string tension to your intonation to the neck bow to how hard you're fretting to how hard you're picking all changes the pitch. So that's sorry if I'm not getting to your questions. I will get to your questions later, but I do have to do a little work, and I just wanted you guys to kind of be a fly on the wall here while I record some guitars. So, but keep on commenting away, ask questions, and I'll probably get to them eventually. So I did that. I know it's a little tricky right here. It's like a little flubby, so I'm really listening for those little changes. And also, I'm really paying attention to the intonation as I'm playing. With the lower tunings and the thicker strings, sometimes can be a little bit trickier. And especially moving from this chord to this chord, I have a little bending in the strings, but you don't want your strings really bending too much. So cool. I think I played that decently. There's a couple parts in there that I already know off the top of my head that are going to sound a little funky, and I'm going to just punch that in because technology is great. But first, a little trick I learned while tracking at Howard Benson's studio is by their engineer. His name's Mike Plotnikoff. He's a fucking badass engineer, legend. He does this to my guitars when I'm tracking. He'll solo the guitar part that I just played and just listen to it. And that's how you can really tell if there's any like weird flubs or like noises or scratchiness or really out-of-tuned things, as opposed to listening to it with the full mix with the bass, drums, whatever other instruments you may have in there. So that's exactly what I'm going to do right now. Listen through and then find the weak points and then punch in with that click too. So let's hear it. So there's just a couple little chords in there. I think this one is a little funky. So I just kind of highlight the areas that I want to retrack, and I break them so they're little regions, so then I can go and overdub or punch in, I guess. So I'm gonna get the first one here. And another little trick is for some of the chords that are a little pitchy, sometimes I'll tune straight to the chord while I'm fretting, and then hold that and only do that chord. So here we go. Cool. So let's listen back to that. Here's the same chord again. I'm just gonna punch that one in as well. And then we got this part. And I'm gonna play the last chord too, because I want the ending of the chorus to be super, super tight. And again, I'm tuning to the chord. So that chord sounded a little pitchy. It might be intonation, it might be the neck, it might be the way I played it. But for me to know it's perfect, and that's what I'm going for on, especially, you know, metal guitars. For modern recording, you want shit to sound tight. You want it to sound modern. Anything less than that is just not good enough. So here we go. Nice. So I'm loving that so far. Listen back one more time. That one was a little funny. So actually punching in a lot, but it's okay. This is what I love about engineering my own guitars too. You can take as much time as you want. You can take breaks, you can periscope, whatever. A little more pre-roll. Beautiful. So love that. I have a solid first take all the way through for that rhythm guitar. And just to let you guys know, I'll probably quad stack the chorus with a different guitar tone and a different guitar all together. I've been doing quad stacks with like Telecasters with like single coil pickups and stuff, and for this type of music it actually sounds really good, and you can hear the clarity of the chords. So I have a question for you guys. Am I on the K-Thrash Twitter or the Escape the Fate Twitter / Periscope? Does anyone know? Okay, sweet. Yeah. So again, you guys are a fly on the wall. I'm here recording a couple guitars at home. It's a lot of tuning, a lot of punching in, a lot of figuring shit out. So that's what it's like in the studio. Cool. I always put my pick in my mouth. I don't know. It's a weird habit, so I don't lose it. So sounds not good. Thank you. So these are just a couple chords. So we're gonna do those chords because those sound a little funky. And again, with that chord, it's just like sometimes you gotta tune to the chord. anyone that's ever played a guitar, the guitar is the most imperfect instrument on earth. It still sounds really out of tune. I gotta figure out why it sounds out of tune. So both slightly shitty. I might actually end up using a completely different port for that. It's just not working. Well, that might be cool. Let's give that a shot. It's the low string. Much better. So again, just going through, trying to find any problem areas, anything that's weird, funky, doesn't sound right. So that's so the reason I'm on Periscope, I'm just trying this out. I might never do this again. But I'm just here tracking some guitars, and I figured, why not? Let's put it out there and see what people think. If you guys don't like it, let me know, and I'll never do this again. If you guys do like it, it's not a Q&A, it's just me tracking some rhythm guitars and trying to make this shit sound perfectly in tune. This is my guitar. It's a Horizon 7-string. There's Seymour Duncan 7s in it. I have really thick gauge strings in it. I have a 74 on the bottom for drop A. I don't know what the other ones are. I could find the pack somewhere. It's an 8-string pack from Ernie Ball. So I'm just gonna punch in this part that kind of sucked. So I'm just gonna punch in all those chords because those chords are just like not working for the intonation or whatever it is. Beautiful, and then double it, of course. So this is not a capo, it's actually it's a string mute. So I'm muting the low strings, all the strings down here, because I was playing chords up high, and for a cleaner performance, I muted them. What's my timer? I think I need to start getting ready for this Halloween party. But I'm gonna roll this for like another 10 minutes because I want to get some more riffs done. Let's see, this bridge is pretty sick. I gotta write a riff. I wonder, should I write a riff on Periscope? This is a bunch of pre-production crap. So, this is the bridge to the song. It's in a 34 time signature. The count is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. The whole song's in 4/4. Let me fly my choruses around, just so I have a little more perspective of where I'm at the song. So far I've only done the verse, riff, intro riff, but I thought it might be cool to, it's not the chorus, fly this verse, chorus over here, as well as the last chorus, just to see where I'm at, because there's a really cool tone that I got on the X effects here, and I want to make sure the whole song through I use this tone on all the parts I want to use it before changing tones, even though I will save it, but right now it just sounds pretty sweet. Okay, cool. So here's the bridge drum part. So let's listen to my pre-production that I did for this song. Before I track anything, I usually do pre-production, which is rough riffs and demos. I actually really like that, so I'm going to do something similar to that for this bridge. So I'm just going to loop it, honestly, because sometimes that's the best way to write riffs, is just loop something over and over and jam all the possible variations that you can think of or that you feel. Sometimes you're not thinking, sometimes you just play something that's cool. So. Yeah, flares are a pain in the ass. Hence why I don't have one on this guitar. So I think I have something that's kind of cool. It's pretty simple, but it'd be kind of like a refused vibe. I'm thinking, like refused or old used shit. I'm just gonna jam it a little more, get some more vibe. Sometimes I like to crank that shit too. Kind of like that. So what I'm gonna do is create a new playlist. Actually duplicate because I got a bunch of shit on there. I'm gonna save that one because that one is a riff I dig. I'm going to try to stretch my abilities and play random shit, hit some wrong notes. Just see what comes out of jamming over this to see if I can come up with anything more creative than. Which I do think that's a cool bass riff. That might be like, that probably would be a bass guitar thing. But I kind of want to do something a little more challenging, I guess. So let's see what we can get from there. Yeah, that's a good idea. I could use the first thing as the first half and switch to something else. So I've got that saved, so now I'm going to experiment, fuck around. I think something was cool in there. What was it? Might have to rewind this periscope to get that riff, because I think I might have lost it. But to just continue making new playlists. So I'm just going to duplicate this track, and then I can just make a shitload of playlists. And keep going. I can also boost the signal a little bit. So sometimes when I'm fishing for riffs, looking for notes to play, sometimes you have to go inside your head, because when you're playing, you tend to sometimes go for, you know, the scales or past riffs or something, and sometimes for me to break free from that habit, I have to like hum something in my head. So I'll just listen to like the beat or the tempo, and I'll close my eyes and just think of something cool that may be a little different. I'll have to figure out what I'm thinking of. Something like that. Some 2005 pinch harmonics, dumpty dumpty dum. So that's gonna be the bridge, but I have to get ready because I'm going to this Halloween party tonight, and I will be dressing as Aladdin. So I'll be back on this thing. Tweet me or message me. Let me know what you guys think of this. I'm gonna have to do this again, I think, because we had like one bad seed in the whole group, and all you guys are fucking rad. So I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for hanging out. Peace.